It feels good. It's a big venue. If you look around, there's a lot of conversations going, a lot of technical ones, a lot of actually finance-related ones as well. There seems to be more institutional focus than I have seen in other conferences. So we're actually doing things that no other blockchain has ever done before. So we're called Supra, right? We're vertically integrating the layer one smart contract platform, and it's really fast. But also with Oracle price feed, cross-chain communication, and automation, one stack, many services. And the combinations of these things all in one can enable new use cases you can't do elsewhere. So we're pushing the limits. Actually, we're probably considered one of the most advanced blockchains out there. Well, I mean, as my community knows, it's like never ending. There's always something, and it's always my fault. No, but I'll tell you what, we love what we're doing. Obviously, we have no control over the price directly, but what we can do is ship, technology. And the thing that I'm most excited about right now is we're shipping both cross-chain communication, and it's actually a unique type. It's layer one to layer one. It's without actually a bridge. That's really great. But the other is our automation network. Automation is like a decentralized if this and that service. Typically, you have to rely on external oracles to do this type of work. We're enshrining it, meaning building it into our blockchain directly itself. We're the first for the first time ever. And what this can do is, on-chain strategies. With the Oracle data, you can have different prices, like price of Bitcoin, if this or that, price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others do this action. You can do. We can even, since we have Oracle, we can even bring in things like interest rates, sentiment analysis. We're actually exploring some really interesting things to bring on chain. No one's been able to do this because they never had that stack of layer one smart contracts of the Oracle as well as automation. Now, the last thing I want to mention about automation that's really exciting is that automation network is zero latency, meaning there's not an external party that has to calculate it to see if you should do this or not, and then send the transaction on chain. Our network will execute it if the conditions evaluate to be true. It'll deterministically, transparently, sub-second execute it. So this is like next gen stuff, and it's going to enable a lot of new use cases. Yeah, so Supra is definitely aiming to become an AI-enabled organization. So we're using the tools internally. Also, I do want to mention, since we have native Oracle, we're producing 15 gigabytes of data per day of price feed data, cryptocurrency, FX, commodities, equities, etc. And we're running our form of consensus on it, so it's verifiable data. Now we're layering into that other things like sentiment analysis, world events, etc. So we have like 32 terabytes in our data lake of data, which is verifiable data, which is going to be very valuable in the future to train on. Now, in terms of blockchain meets AI, okay, well, blockchains are deterministic systems. AI is not deterministic, let's put it that way. And so, this notion of on-chain AI is not a real thing. The closest thing to this, though, is what I'm talking about with automation. Automation through smart contracts, Oracle data, automatically enables on-chain strategies, which are similar to on-chain bots. Now, Super is using AI. We're building interfaces where you can talk to AI and be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is my intention. Help me set up this conditional logic. Help me deploy this automation. And before I deploy it, run my strategy against the last 6 months of history to see if it was a profitable strategy or not. But what's cool is these are continuous strategies that are almost like on-chain bots that can consecutively or continuously execute. And this is the closest thing to AI. Now we're thinking to call it deterministic intelligence instead of artificial intelligence. Now, one last thing I just want to mention, this is very new. We're still at research in the following. But suppose you can bring intelligence into a buy, say you deploy 4 different strategies. And then you say after a week, whichever strategy is winning the most, move all of your strategies, the liquidity to that, and then stop the other ones. So we're trying to think of to do this type of it's some level of intelligence. And what's really cool about this is it's low latency, it's continuous, and for the Supra ecosystem and token holders, Supra token is a fixed supply chain asset, and I'll tell you this much, we believe that the automation service is going to be the largest gas consumption mechanism in all of Web3, more than human transactions. And these strategies will be AI assisted. And we're the first to do this, and I'm pretty sure it's going to completely push the entire industry forward. In relation to quantum, uh, the good news is my team has literally renowned famous cryptographers on my team, and they are actually let's put it this way, research in cryptography is always going to be, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ahead of implementation. So we already have and are aware of post-quantum cryptography. So we're not too concerned about that. We feel like there's going to be more optimizations, yeah, but post-quantum crypto already exists, so we'll be all right. Well, it turns out the co-founders of Supra were Americans, so we will definitely be collaborating with U.S. organizations and whatever it might be. So happy to serve, so to speak. In terms of Bitcoin, though, I think they should do it. I think it's interesting. I think diversifying, sovereign wealth fund makes a lot of sense. Digital assets make sense. It's the next generation type of gold, so to speak, right? But it has better attributes, easier to travel with and such. But still has the rarity and the attributes you're looking for. Supra is actually going to be. We have been studying, researching basically Bitcoin communication bridges and getting kind of Bitcoin into other ecosystems and into DeFi. So BTC Fi is something, Bitcoin finance is in DeFi is a new big emerging trend. And right now Bitcoin isn't really a productive asset. It's sitting there, but it's like a $2 trillion asset that's not being put to work. So we think there's a major opportunity here, and we're exploring it actively. There's Bitcoin layer 2s already, and we're probably the most deployed Oracle provider to these Bitcoin layer 2s in terms of price sheets to service these Bitcoin layer 2s. We're bullish Bitcoin, of course, and we wouldn't be here without it. So, you know.